everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing some DIY IKEA hacks with you all because these are my favourite videos to make, and I do feel like it's been a really long time since I've made some IKEA hacks. If you haven't seen any of my previous videos, I do have a playlist linked down below, so don't forget to check that out. And they're all based upon things that you can find in the marketplace section of IKEA, not like super big furniture, but just small craft projects that are very easy to make. And I hope you guys enjoy them because I know IKEA is kind of somewhat worldwide, so most people can find an IKEA nearby. If you can't find an IKEA nearby, surely some of these DIYs will be adaptable to other things that you might have already lying around your house. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump straight into the video.
The first thing I want to show you guys how to make is this tassel wall decor piece. These seem to be so on trend recently, and I wanted to combine two of these trends together, so I decided to add the tassels and have this kind of wicker wall hanging effect. I won't try and pronounce this name because I will not do it any justice, but this is what it is. And then you'll also need some wool, and I just kind of eyeballed the length that I wanted. It was about 20 centimeters or so I doubled that length up and made it about 40 to 45 centimeters, and I did about 4 strands of this continuously and then folded those in half so you have a little loop at the top. Once you've made that, you can pull the loop through one of the braids of wicker and then pull that tassel through the loop, pull it tight, and then you have your first tassel. Continue on and create as many as you like. You can make them with thick wool, thin wool, you can make them with lots of strands or few strands, but just keep going until you fill it as you would like. Oh, and I think this would also look really nice with some alternating colourful tassels too. I just went for this cream colour because it really matches the theme of my bedroom, but you can go with whatever you'd like. Once you're happy with the amount of tassels that you have hanging from the bottom, you can use your scissors and cut a straight line across to make them as even as possible. Now I'm going to go ahead and add a round craft mirror, but it didn't sit perfectly in the center because this mat is a little bit wonky, so I decided to add it close to the top, and then I used some hot glue to put it in place. I love the positioning of it. It looks like something that I saw on Urban Outfitters recently. It creates this kind of crescent moon shape underneath, and I just thought it looked a little bit different. So use your glue and place it down and let it dry, and then you can go ahead and hang it up on your wall. And there you have it, a brand new mirror that really reflects this very natural wood looking trend that's going around a lot recently. Next up, I want to show you guys how to create this very simple looking wooden jewellery box, which you don't actually have to use to store jewellery in, of course, but it's just a nice little wooden box that you can sit on your desktop or somewhere in your bedroom. For this, you'll need 2 of these mini frames. They're similar to the Reba ones, but they're just smaller. You can't find them online, so you have to find them in store. This is what they look like. And then just go ahead and pop out all of the contents of the middle. You can use the mat of the frame to trace onto a piece of scrapbook paper. I used this really pretty decorative one, and then go ahead and cut these pieces out. You could put photos or any kind of print in there that you would like. I just decided to use scrapbook paper as I am a scrapbook paper hoarder. When you're finished, replace the contents of the frame, put them all back in place, and then you're going to need to take 2 of these small hinges, which you can get for very cheap in any home improvement store. Now I'm going to use glue to fix these in place because, I'm not going to lie, our power drill doesn't work anymore, but also I know a lot of you don't have access to tools like this, so I did use hot glue, but in hindsight I think I would much prefer having done this in super glue because hot glue is slightly fragile. So if you do this, I would recommend super gluing it and then just leaving it to dry for the appropriate amount of time. Anyway, learn from my mistakes, but this is what the box looks like, and it works really well. The hinges do a good job, and what I love most about this is that when you get bored of the pictures inside, you can really easily change them out with no problems at all. Plus, these frames come in a variety of different colors too. So next up is another wall decor idea, and this is actually made out of coasters. These gorgeous gold coasters that you see here are so easy to manipulate into a very modern looking wall art piece. You'll just need these Glattis coasters. They're £3.75 and they look something like this. I kind of freaked out a little bit when I saw them in the store. I just knew I had to make something out of them. So go ahead and align them in the kind of shape that you would like, and you can go for any kind of shape. I've just gone for a straight line. Flip them all over so that the bottom is facing upwards, and then you're going to want to stick them together. For this, I'm using craft lolly sticks or popsicle sticks, and I'm just going to go ahead and trim these ever so slightly so that each stick fits perfectly in the middle of each joining piece. That way there's going to be no overlap. So to put these onto the pieces, I just use some hot glue, and then I just place that very carefully down, making sure that I didn't try and move my piece around so it didn't go wonky. Go ahead and secure these to all of your coasters, making sure all of the joins have a stick to hold them together. And when you're done, you can go ahead and add them to the wall using either command strips or some kind of tack so that they're not going to fall off, nor are they going to damage the wall. This is what mine looks like, and I really love how it turned out. I love having it above my desk. Okay, so here's a very, very simple hack to update a very plain lampshade that you might have lying around. I've had this one for a while, and you're going to need one of these £1 placemats. This is the one I chose. This is one of the designs they have at the moment, but they always seem to have different variations of this. And this is the lampshade I had lying around. It's got a very thin base to it. So using a ruler, I measured up to the area where the light bulb fixture starts, and I marked that on my placemat, and then I drew a line and cut it out very carefully to make sure that the line was straight. Then I wrapped this around the base of my lamp to make sure that it was going to fit, and I kind of guessed about the size that I wanted it to be. I also rolled it a few times to make sure that the plastic wasn't completely straight, so it was very easy to manipulate. Once I was ready, I decided to go in with my hot glue gun, once again that trusty glue gun, and then I just rolled it over, making sure to press it very carefully into the glue and making sure it stuck all the way down the mat. I then continued adding more glue to make sure that it was very secure and that it wasn't going to come apart at all. And then the last line of glue, I made sure that this stuck really, really well to the placemat. So once you're finished, you should have something that looks a little bit like this. And if you do have a cable coming out of the back, don't forget to cut a little tab so that you can fit this through. And there you go, that's all there is to it. Such a simple hack, and it really can update a lampshade, plus you can take it off when you're bored of it. Be sure to use an LED light bulb or something that doesn't emit heat, that way the plastic won't melt and it won't be a fire hazard.
So that is everything for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, then you can be informed of all of my future videos and more DIY IKEA hacks, because I've got a few things that now I kind of want to DIY. I have lots of leftovers, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you want to check out the previous IKEA hacks, there is a playlist linked down below. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great week, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.